Hey guys, VolcaMan86 here, and today I have a very special comic presentation for you guys. Before I begin, I want to give a shout out to MERCENAUT and TreacherousJaywalker. I want to give a shout out to MERCENAUT because he made a very informative video about Mylar and Toploaders and how he uses them, which I found very useful. And I want to give a shout out to TreacherousJaywalker because he made a video a few days ago, and his video was about Mylar and its importance, and his video is very descriptive on the use of Mylar and what the benefits it can do for your comics. My video isn't going to be about whether you're getting poly versus Mylar or explaining what Mylar is. My video is actually going to be about the different types of comic supplies you can get for your comics and what can fit into what archive or what top loader, because not all comic sleeves are going to fit into top loaders. And that's what this inspired me to make this video, is because about a month ago I bought 80 BCW top loaders, current and Silver Age size, but to my disappointment, when I got them, my comics that are wrapped in Mylights 2 did not fit into those. And as you can see here, I still have a whole box of those top loaders that are pretty much useless to me because most of my books are in Mylights 2. But sadly they don't fit into them, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The BCW current and Silver Age top loader looks like this, but when you try to put the Mylight 2 in there, it does not fit. You can see that the Mylights 2 is almost just as wide as the BCW current and Silver Age backing boards. That's what got me there, is because they advertised it as Silver Age. It does fit Silver Age books, but it just does not fit in there with the Mylights 2. So I'm gonna review the different types of bags that I use and the different types of backing boards and archives and top loaders. I spent an hour yesterday making this little spreadsheet, VolcaMan86 Guide to Comic Book Sleeves, Boards, Archives, and Top Loaders. And I put them all in different categories, whether you use modern or readers, or your more valuable comics. Then I made a column for the materials. Then I made a column for the boards you should use with each of those. And then I made the special column fits into. It tells you if it fits into either the E.Gerber Silver and Golden Age archives, the E.Gerber Golden Age archives, the BCW current / Silver Age top loaders, or the BCW Golden Age top loaders. So I made a whole chart for that. On the top left you see Ultra Pro current size bags, and you should use current size boards with those. What those sleeves look like, let me show you an example. These are current size sleeves right here from Ultra Pro, and they fit snugly into the top loader, as you see there. These provide the most minimal protection, and I wouldn't really recommend these except for modern comics and readers. My little chart that I have tells you the Ultra Pro current size bags are made out of polypropylene, and they fit into the archives and the top loaders. They fit into everything basically, but these provide the most minimal protection. You can also use Comic Care Silver Age bags and boards, which you see on the bottom left. This is an example of those. They're great for readers, but that's pretty much what I use them for as well. I use them for readers, and I even stick modern books in there because I don't see. I do know the point of current size and Silver Age bags, but if you can get the job done with those bags, then you can save some money and go that route. But as you can see, those bags are thicker to make up the difference for Silver Age books. These are also pretty awesome because they're 3mm protection, so that's really good for a cheap bag. But those provide the minimal protection. For better protection, you want to use well, actually, before I get to that, for Mylights 2, that is better protection, but it's the minimal better protection for what you can combine them with in combos. But for Mylights 2, I use the standard size Mylights 2 and standard size halfbacks and fullbacks. There are Mylights that are the 2 indicates the thickness of the Mylar. It's 2mm thickness. And then there's Mylights which provide 1mm thickness. And those are very flimsy and they feel like they're gonna break in your hand, but they're not. And then there's Mylights that are 4mm thick. Those are really awesome as well. But I just stick to Mylights 2 for their cost efficientness. And they do provide great protection for a great price. And the boards I use with those, I use halfbacks for the majority of them. For the more valuable books, I use fullbacks. The pros and cons of halfbacks are the pros, they're less expensive than the fullbacks. And the cons is that they're less protective than fullbacks, so it's pretty obvious right there. But I use those for the majority of my books, and that gets the job just fine. But if you want to go for a little extra protection, you can get fullbacks. The main con of the fullback is its price compared to the halfback, and for thick books, you may find that the book does not fit into the Mylar sleeve snugly, and that can be a big problem because if you have a book that's too thick for its bag, you're going to cause damage to that book, and you don't really want that. This is an example of a Mylar sleeve. So as you can see versus the current size, it's wider and you can fit Silver Age books in there. There are different classifications to Mylights 2, or categories you can buy. You can get current size Mylights 2, supply 702. You can get standard, which are supply 725 M2, and that's the main staple that the majority of the comic users use, is standard, because you can use both current and Silver Age books into those Bronze Age. You got to be careful with Silver Age books though, because like I said, they could be too thick, and if that's the case, you want to go with E.Gerber Mylights 2 Silver/Golden Age, and those are supply 775 M2. And as with the boards, you want to use the boards that coincide with the type they are. You want to use standard size boards with standard size Mylights. You want to use current size boards and fullbacks with current size Mylights too. And that provides better protection compared to the Ultra Pro bags and the Comic Care bags. And this would do any collection just fine. But if you want for better protection, you want to use something that's called archives. And archives you see on the top right, and second to top right, it's that bag right there that says archives. Archives are sleeves that give you greater protection than the normal sleeve. And what's awesome with archives is that you can combine them with regular sleeves to create a thicker sleeve that provides more rigid protection than your normal sleeve. The archives, I use two different sizes. There's silver and golden age archives, which are these right here, and then there's golden age archives, which is the one in the back. You can see the difference in the whiteness right there. They both do the job just fine. The ones you see right there are these size, or the bigger size, or the golden age size. I bought a bag of those because just in case I get some golden age books, they can fit perfectly in here. And they are made out of Mylar, and they provide the same protection Mylar does. You just need to be careful when you're putting raw books into here. If you can put raw books into here, and I do recommend it if you want to save money and not put them in sleeve. But the main purpose of the sleeve is that you can combo them with Mylites too. Your book that's already in 2 millimeters of protection, you can combine it into the archive to give it an additional 4 millimeters of protection, and it fits nice and snug. So that's the benefit of the archive, is that you can combo it with your Mylites too. And then for the best protection, there's top loaders, which you see on the right, top right and bottom right. There's the BCW. Silver Age, current and Silver Age top loaders. They're 5 millimeters worth of protection. And there's the Golden Age top loaders, which is on the bottom. Those are also 5 millimeters of protection. And top loaders provide the best protection to your comics if you don't go the slab route, which is like CGC and PGX. Now the Ultra Pro sleeves, they fit into all the archives and all the top loaders for the current size in Ultra Pro. Comic care bags, they're made out of polyethylene. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. They fit into all the archives as well, but when you get to the BCW current Silver Age top loader, they do fit, but there's a very small wrap on the side of the bag, and I'll show you an example of that right now. Here's the comic care bag, and as you can see, I can fit it into here, but the edge right there, it's going to curl a little bit if you want to get the bag to fit perfectly. Then you can see there's a little curve or wrap around on the bag. It's hard to see, but there is. The sleeve is coming inwards. That's not a big problem, and I would recommend this if that's what you can afford, and if that's all you have. It's still going to do its protection, just except that you need to replace the sleeve in like 7 years. 5-7 years is what's recommended if you have an older book in here. If not, the bag is going to degrade the book. And that's it's going to defeat the purpose of putting it in the top loader, because the top loader is the best protection. So you want to put the best type of protection into the top loader as well. And that's where my problem came in. Since all my books are wrapped in Mylar, the ones that I ordered are the current and Silver Age size top loaders. I bought a bunch of those thinking that they will fit because they're advertised as Silver Age top loaders, but as I showed you earlier, the problem is they don't fit. They're too wide. So for Mylar, for Mylights 2 and Mylar in general, you want to use the top loader that you see on the bottom right, the BCW Golden Age top loaders. Those will fit a Mylar sleeve perfectly. There's no problem about it. And this provides the best protection that you can get. For top loaders though, they can be expensive. And I would only put the most expensive books in top loaders, like I have my Hulk 181 in the top loader. This Luke Cage, I actually have this in a top loader as well. This is his top loader. They fit nice and snug in Mylar. Look at that. It's very beautiful. The top loader, they're made out of high rigid PVC. And let me go through this chart really quick. For the better protection was the archives, which I showed you. I showed you the two different types of archives. And for the Mylar, all the current size Mylar, they can fit into all the archives that I've shown you. They can fit into the Silver, Golden Age, and the Golden Age perfectly without any problem. And the same will be for the standard size Mylights 2 and the Golden and Silver Age Mylights 2. Those will all fit the archives perfectly. It doesn't matter what size you get, Silver or Golden Age or Golden Age. The only thing though, if you get the next version to the Mylights 2, which I think it's pure Golden Age or something, I'm not sure if that will fit. I don't think it won't fit the Silver and Golden Age, so the next one would be marked as no, but they would fit into the E.Gerber Archives Golden Age ones. Now for top loaders though, for the current size Mylights 2, they do fit into BCW current Silver Age top loaders, and they do fit into the Golden Age top loaders. Now for the standard size, so that's where the problem comes. They fit all the archives, but for the best protection though, they do not fit BCW current Silver Age top loaders. I put no, because Mylight's total exterior of the sleeve is bigger than the top loader's interior. But they do fit BCW Golden Age top loaders perfectly. So that's what you want to do for best protection. You want your books in Mylights 2 in conjunction with Golden Age top loaders made by BCW. And for archives, there's no problem with archives. Archives are excellent protection, and that's what the majority of my books are. On my next category of valuable books, they're all in archives. And I only put, like I said, I only put my most valuable books into the top loaders. So I don't have to worry about that many top loaders, because archives will do the job just as well. Now for the E.Gerber Mylights 2 Silver and Golden Age Mylights, will they fit into the archives? Yes, yes. Will they fit into the BCW current age top loader? That's a definite no. And for BCW Golden Age top loader, will they fit? It's possible, but it's going to be a very tight squeeze on the edges, so don't take my exact word on that. They might not fit perfectly. Now, archives. Archives do not fit into top loaders. There might be a bigger size top loader, maybe a magazine top loader. That might fit a archive into the magazine top loader. But that's going to be pretty expensive if you want to go with that route. And I'm not even sure if it fits. I would assume it fits, but like I said, don't take my word. This will just cover this video is just covering the protection that I use. And that might be a little too excessive. I'll zoom up on this chart to give you a better view of it. I listed everything, including the size of the sleeves and everything. And that's the main reason of this video, is just to give a oversight of what sleeve can fit into what and combos. And I don't want anybody to make the same mistake that I did in purchasing the wrong sleeves for your books. It's heartbreaking when you've been waiting for something just to find out that it was actually the wrong choice. And I don't want anybody else to make that wrong choice as well. One more thing I do like to add is that for your boards or for your comic boxes, the archives and top loaders, they fit perfectly into the magazine boards. I use those for my CGC books. The current Silver Age top loader fits nice and perfect. And the biggest top loader, which is the Golden Age top loader, it also fits perfect. It's basically the same width as the CGC holder. So if you use magazine boxes for CGC books, those will fit perfectly in there without a problem. The archives also fit nice and perfect in there without any problem. And in comparison, I'll show you a comparison of the archives. This is the current Silver Age top loader versus the, well, let me get the one that matches, versus the Silver Age, Golden Age top loader or archive. Not much of a difference there. It's basically the same size. So that's the main reason why the archive will not fit into the top loader. And this is the Golden Age top loaders. Even as Golden Age though, you're not going to get the Silver Age archive to fit into there. That's why I'm assuming the magazine top loader will work perfectly for that. And that would be the ultimate protection, because you get your 5mm from the top loader, 4mm from the archive, 2mm from the sleeve. But it's going to be a big investment if you want to go that route. I recommend it, but I don't recommend it for financial reasons. If you can afford it, great. And that's my main highlight of this video. I just wanted to share everything with you guys about the different size of combos that you can do for your comics. And I hope you guys find this video very resourceful. And thanks again to MERCENAUT and TreacherousJaywalker for their awesome videos, as well as everybody else. And I'll be sure to provide links to all the awesome videos that I find resourceful as well, and I'll provide them in this video for you guys to check out. Vulcanman 86 in and out now. Thanks for watching.